Hello, today's video we have the following content.
It's explosive. Liu Xiaoxu is on fire. His pairing with Guo Yuxin has become a smash hit, and now he's teaming up with Wang Xiaoyi for a second drama. Liu Xiaoxu's name is truly dominating lately. 3 works have been released in quick succession, with viewership soaring, giving them no chance to breathe. Some joked, this isn't just joining a production team, it's like he's living on the trending topics. But after watching his work, you'll realize that he's not relying on luck, but on genuine character control. In Summer of Fendra, the most terrifying aspect of Zhou Shenggen's character is his restraint. There's no hysterical acting, yet every scene is filled with undercurrents of emotion. The pauses when signing documents, the breathing when bowing his head, the deliberately slowed speech when near the female lead, everything is meticulously planned. Viewers might say it's a cliché, but their actions speak louder than words. Watching episode after episode, the comments section overflowing, the moment he gets close, I know I'm going to fall for him. Unfortunately we met when we divorced. Liu Xiaoxu completely switched gears. Zhang Xian isn't a domineering CEO in the traditional sense, but rather a calm and almost restrained mastermind. He doesn't stand up for the female lead, but paves the way step by step. He doesn't say sweet words, but steadily manages the emotions at crucial moments. His scenes with Guo Yuxin have been described by netizens as the ceiling of adult tug-of-war. A single glance is enough for the other to understand. Ambiguity isn't based on intimacy, but on tacit understanding. Even more impressively, the caller made many realize for the first time that Liu Xiaoxu is more than just a romantic actor. His pacing in the suspenseful storylines is impeccable, his voice low and his sentences crisp, his character constantly teetering on the edge of safety and danger, making the show increasingly captivating. Just when everyone was still immersed in the afterglow of the Susan CP, news suddenly dropped. Liu Xiaoxu and Wang Xiaoyi would be joining forces again in a new drama. As soon as the news broke, the comment section exploded. Is this leaving no room for anyone else? How many facets does he have? One is a versatile actor with explosive emotional tension, the other a master of detail and control. This combination is already generating immense anticipation even before the show airs. The short drama market is rapidly evolving, but few actors truly stand out. Liu Xiaoxu broke through the competition because he made the audience believe in his character, rather than simply reminding them this is acting. While others were still vying for attention, he had already established his memorable persona through his role. At this rate, the surge in popularity is likely just the beginning. It is precisely this not repeating himself that makes Liu Xiaoxu particularly vulnerable, a danger that could subtly widen the gap between him and his peers. The short drama scene is fast-paced and even more volatile. Many actors become typecast after just one hit, forever stuck as either domineering CEOs or deeply sentimental supporting characters. But Liu Xiaoxu does the opposite. He's not afraid of criticism or damage to his image, he's only afraid of his roles failing to leave a lasting impression. When The Rose Crown aired, Guo Yuxin was heavily criticized, but Liu Xiaoxu's words in an interview were legendary. Being criticized means the audience believes in me. That composure wasn't just stubbornness, it stemmed from confidence in his acting. Give me 1,000 rays of light is even more of a self-challenge. The same face, 2 different auras. When the older brother appears, his features are restrained, his shoulders are straight, and he speaks with a reserved tone. When the younger brother appears, he leans forward, speaks faster, and even his eyes have a hint of arrogance. Many viewers only realized on their second viewing, even without watching the plot, you can tell who's who just by watching their walk. This isn't a technique, but muscle memory left by long-term role training. Some in the industry have commented that he's not like a short drama actor, but more like someone using short dramas to hone film acting. This is no exaggeration. His performances don't pursue instant climaxes, but are more watchable over time. The first viewing is enjoyable, the second you start to appreciate the details, and the third you're completely hooked. It's no wonder that platforms are willing to invest, constantly upgrading his partners and expanding the themes. His pairing with Guo Yuxin is a spark-filled CP with emotional clashes. The upcoming second collaboration with Wang Xiaoyi is more like a duel between evenly matched masters. Different combinations, different chemistry, but always with a stable core. Liu Xiaoxu is always in the role, not in the persona. Short dramas never lack viewership, but they lack people who can turn viewership into word of mouth. Looking back now, Liu Xiaoxu's crazy success wasn't a sudden explosion, but rather a gradual build-up of audience trust. When he finally steps into feature-length dramas or films, many might realize he had already quietly upgraded his image in short dramas. It's precisely this chemistry of being both supportive and uninhibited in a partnership that makes Liu Xiaoxu so rare in short dramas. When Our Father aired, many viewers gasped in surprise at the end credits. Is this really Liu Xiaoxu? The father, a scrap collector, has hands constantly covered in machine oil and dust, speaks with a cautious, ingratiating tone, and unconsciously supports his back after standing for a while. In his youth, his eyes were bright, but in middle age, life has worn them down, making him sluggish and dull. That state of being gradually bent by reality cannot be achieved through makeup or costume. Some commented, "This isn't acting, it's more like living life a day in advance." There are very few male actors in short dramas who dare to ruin their image like this. Returning to the emotional storyline, Liu Xiaoxu's brilliance lies in his unwavering understanding of whether to take a step forward or a half step back. His pairing with Guo Yuxin in Summer of Fendra is a clash of titans. The two are on the same wavelength, sharing the same explosive points, neither giving an inch in their confrontations, emotions building layer upon layer, ambiguity and strategic maneuvering swirling simultaneously. A glance from one, a pause from the other, the air is thick with unspoken longing. It's not a performative performance, the characters are genuinely testing each other. His partnership with Wang Xiaoyi, however, is a completely different approach. Unfortunately, we met when we divorced. He minimizes his presence while prioritizing security. The female lead stands in the light, he in the shadows. As she matures, his task is to avoid stealing the spotlight or crossing boundaries. This restraint, in a short drama, feels sophisticated. No wonder viewers say, this isn't just a couple, this is the right way to portray adult relationships. Therefore, you'll find that Liu Xiaoxu isn't fixated on sweetness, he cares more about authenticity. Sweetness is the result, authenticity is the process. He can engage in fiery confrontations and also quietly provide a solid foundation, demonstrating that he's not just acting out love stories, but understanding relationships. The short drama market is becoming increasingly competitive, and audiences are becoming more discerning. It's already difficult to evoke tears with a single role or leave a lasting impression with a co-star, yet Liu Xiaoxu has done it more than once. Perhaps that's why everyone is increasingly anticipating his next step, not how much more popular he can become, but how far he can go. Because for an actor like him, once he's given a bigger stage, his explosive potential is just beginning. The news of their second collaboration sparked a frenzy among fans. Leaked photos from the set of the Republican-era drama Undercurrent showed Wang Xiaoyi elegantly dressed in a cheongsam and Liu Xiaoxu dashing in military uniform, prompting netizens to speculate, a warlord and a rich girl. This premise is much more compelling than a divorce trope. Even Chen Zi's silent scenes with Liu Xiaoxu and on the call were dug up and praised. Xiaoxu, unable to speak, communicated only through tears, while Chu Yifan responded with micro-expressions. Viewers commented, these two, without relying on dialogue, actually created a soul-stirring connection. Liu Xiaoxu is only 26 years old this year, but fans already call him Uncle Kid because his acting is so mature. A graduate of Sichuan Media University, he spent several years working in the short drama industry, his early work still showing a touch of naivete. It wasn't until the hit drama Fortunately We Met When We Divorced that audiences realized, this guy plays a restrained, domineering CEO even more compellingly than a real middle-aged man. His script selection is undeniably sharp. The director of Summer of Fendra was praised as a master of filters, but Liu Xiaoxu's performance elevated the script. In one scene, Biking Mei confesses her love while drunk, and Zhou Shenggen, who was supposed to leave coldly, added a gesture of turning back to help her up. This small change drew praise from viewers. The domineering CEO finally has a human touch. Comments on the live stream often joked, Liu Xiaoxu has the face of a 27-year-old, the acting skills of a 47-year-old, and the eyes of a 74-year-old. But the more genuine feedback comes from the audience. In the comments section of The Rose Crown, someone criticized Zhou Yu for being a jerk, but added, if it weren't for Liu Xiaoxu's performance, this character would have been torn to shreds. This love-hate discussion proves that the actor imprinted the character in the audience's hearts. The short drama market used to be mocked for traffic-driven bad films, but in Liu Xiaoxu's dramas, the comments are always about acting details. For example, Chu Yufan's gun-holding gesture in On the Call was found by military enthusiasts to be consistent with the Republican era. Zhou Shenggen's sooth-buttoning method in Summer of Fendra was identified by workplace fans as British etiquette. Audiences are no longer just looking for exciting moments, they've started scrutinizing the precision of the performances. Liu Xiaoxu deserves much credit for this change.
Thank you for watching the video. If this is your first time watching a video, please subscribe to the channel, like and leave your comments to help us develop your channel.